Hey Montreal, this is Jonathan McDonald coming to you from the Mainline Theatre here on Saint Laurent, here for the season finale of the MAP project. Let's go take a look.
Is wrong with my house, my children, my husband. A lie detector test determined.
Today, ladies, I am God.
So pretty much, it's the MAP project, Mind, Action, Personality, and that's what we investigate, and we do a lot of talking to a camera every Sunday night. I mean, we're all very good friends, and we go to Rio's and Bella's every Sunday night, talk to a camera about ourselves, and we do a lot of watching and rewatching of ourselves, and then we do a lot of watching of television and find a lot of different pop culture references to put in with our own verbatim text.
So the project started, gosh, a long time ago now. What, over 2 years? 3 years? We've been working together for quite some time. It all started because we are all friends, or at least we knew each other. We all went to theater school together. And it started, Rio Mitchell, she was the visionary behind all of this. She had an idea of wanting, what is it to film a group of people hanging out? First, does the camera change how we hang out together and what happens, and then what happens if we make that moment live again, and it's about reliving moments. We did a couple shows where it was just us making scripts out of our own kind of lives, right? These nights that we would film ourselves, and we had this kind of confessional camera in the bathroom that we would go in and talk to, a la some reality TV shows like A Big Brother or A Real World or something like that. And so we did a few shows like that, and they were okay, but it was like, it was very inward, right? It was very much us talking about us, living our own lives out, and I think they were interesting shows, but the audience I don't think was really like let in. And eventually we found, as I think anyone finds when you're meeting someone brand new, a great point of reference is talking about a TV show that you've seen, a movie that you've seen. Pop culture is this kind of language that a common culture all speaks, and so we started to intersplice our own words with words from TV shows, from movies, from books, from songs, and that kind of created this world of us portraying ourselves on stage, and then us portraying these like big old grotesque reality TV show characters, which is what we've been working on in MAP Season 1. Johnny's death inspired me to live my dreams.
It's just a race to the finish now.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about your relationship growing over 2-3 years at this point. So what was it like to have it grow that much, and how much did it grow?
It's an interesting question. As Amy mentioned, we did a little radio show the other day, so I'm recalling the same question was asked. And we used to hang out both in rehearsal and outside of rehearsal, but recently many of us are quite busy, and rehearsal is almost the only time that we get to see each other. So it is a strange relationship because it's intertwined with the work. They're the same now. It's a friendship and a working relationship in one. And but when I look at all of these friendships, they're not any less because of that. They just are unique in that way. Mm-hmm. How has it changed? I think we know each other a lot better. Like, I think even at the beginning of the season in September, one of the questions that we were sort of dealing with was, how are the others behaving? Like, what is it about them when you look at them? And I remember not really knowing how to answer those questions. Like, oh, I don't know, they seem fine, I don't know. And now if I was to sort of examine, if that was a question that came up again, I think I would sort of be able to, like, notice, oh, Jake's probably in a bad mood, I can tell because of this or that. Or, like, Amy is talking in this way that signals this or that. You know, like, we sort of know each other's little tics. We've sort of seen each other both on stage, in rehearsal, on camera.
Yeah.
So you grew, obviously. You went from sort of point A to point now. And then tell me a little bit about hearing some things that somebody else said during a confessional for the first time, and then how that changed after hearing it now, and like maybe understanding it more or getting it in yourself, or still hating the fact that that was said?
There's a lot of my confessionals where I just wish that I could go back and be like, this isn't exactly what I meant. And I can never, tell an audience that because I have to say it verbatim. So I can't just be like, wait, pause. I actually meant this by saying this, and I would like to rephrase this way. And that comes in a lot of times in my life, like what I just said just there. So, that's a constant battle for me.
Do you filter yourself ever? Do you ever sort of think of, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I'm not saying this because?
Yes.
Now, less now than at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, I definitely think it changed. There was also the aspect of performing too. Like, you feel the need to, I'm going to do something really wild tonight, and that's going to, be caught on camera, and you know that. But then there is also that you'll be telling a story, and then you catch yourself, and you're like, that was on camera. And we do a lot of like, don't put that in, don't put that in.
Yeah, because there were instances where it was like, don't put this in, and you said that on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
So to wrap it up, where did your personas come from? Were they created by you because of how you acted, or is this just merely pop culture references?
We kind of had a skeleton of what the characters would be at the beginning of the year, proposed by Dave and Rio, and then we did a lot of improv based on like these specific traits that they wanted us to explore, and also they also gave us like a skeleton of, okay, maybe you could be like this kind of reality TV stereotype, and then like trying out these different masks, I guess, until we found Johnny, Topra, and Cassandra.
I'd love to know where these pop culture references came from, like Casper, Liar Liar, Seinfeld, all of these, like Ghost, all of these. Where did you sort of wrap the show around them, or did you, the show?
Oh, we like write the show and with like plot points being like, well, we want Cassandra to tell Johnny that she hates him for blah, blah, blah. And then we go hunting for pop references that fit that. And it's nice in that way working with a group of people who are very media influenced and watch a lot of TV and listen to music and stuff, because it's just like off the top of your head, like, oh, Casper would be really good for this scene.
I got to watch Casper again for the first time in years. And that was lots of fun.
Yeah. Season number 2.
Yeah, man.
Can we get maybe a little sneak peek?
Well,
Something's going to happen. Map is not dead. Map will continue.
yeah.
As to what it's going to be, I don't know. I think the future looks really open right now. And I think that's the great thing about being an independent theater company is we can sort of do whatever we want to do afterwards.